Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another Let's Chit Chat video. This one's going to be doing our final video before episode 4 of The Walking Dead Ones Who Live. We're also going to talk about some World Gone Mad stuff and some channel updates. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for today, this one's going to be doing another Let's Chit Chat video. We're going to go through some Walking Dead updates, World Got Mad stuff, and some channel stuff you can expect coming up in the next week, and yeah, go through some, just some updates in general for the channel. So, we got episode 4 of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live tomorrow. Very excited. I hear that this is the best episode of season 1 so far. Obviously, you know, we'll be the judge for that, but I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be really cool. I've heard this one's a tiny bit shorter. I think this one's only like 40 minutes, so they get to the point, it sounds like, which I'm good with. You know, that makes sense. I am aware, and some people have told me that there are some spoilers going around for episode 4. You guys know we don't cover spoilers here, so we'll discuss it tomorrow, but I know a handful of things. Yes, I do know a handful of things, because, you know, sometimes you just can't avoid it, you know. But I'm very excited. I am very excited for the episode. I'm very excited to watch it in full, get the full, you know, picture and stuff. And then, yeah, we'll discuss it tomorrow on the review. So, yeah, this episode, I mean, in terms of final expectations and what I can say for it, I am just expecting a damn good Rochelle episode. You know, I feel like we're in need of that because we got to get Rick's reaction to RJ. We got to get some of these, you know, key moments. We got to get Rick finding out about the whispers. We got to get a lot of that stuff. You know, I hope this episode delves into that. Again, I know a handful of things, so I'm not going to get into any more theories or anything like that, but I'm very excited for it. It looks really awesome. And earlier reviewers have hyped this up. I've heard people say, like, this is the best episode of the Walking Dead universe ever, point blank, period. I find that a little hard to believe, but again, we'll have to see. So it could happen, you know, you never know. Without watching it, you honestly have no idea. So, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, this episode, definitely looking forward to it. Of course, we'll be posting the review tomorrow around probably 11, 12-ish in the afternoon, stuff like that. You can expect that, of course, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we'll obviously do our predictions for episode 5 once we get the promo for that, which I cannot believe tomorrow we're doing a predictions video for the penultimate episode. I mean, honestly, where is the time going? I cannot believe that. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun stuff on the channel this week. We had a lot of Walking Dead stuff. In particular, we had a lot of Q&A videos that we did, some discussion videos that we did. We also did a few, you know, like reaction videos. We did one last weekend for the Fallout trailer, which was a lot of fun, which that's going to be coming up here in, I'd say, about less than a month now, so I'm excited for that. There is also a few discussion topics I want to delve into this week on the channel, which I guess I'll go into now. There's a few things. I want to do an update for Stranger Things because there is some filming stuff that I want to go over, some new appearances for some of the characters and stuff. So I'll go over that this week at some point. Those who know, you know, of course. And then, of course, we got... there was one other video I wanted to do. I know there's Last of Us updates. I'm kind of just savoring that because, you know, again, there's not too much. So I probably won't do a video for Last of Us this week, but I'll definitely do one for Stranger Things because there are some updates I want to get into. And then there is a few other things I wanted to make a video for this week. There's obviously the character videos, the versus videos, which I'm getting back into now. I'm getting back into that mostly because the last few weeks we had Ones Who Live, and it was kind of, you know, kind of a lot on the schedule, so I had to kind of push it back a little bit. But now that we're kind of, you know, nearing the end of Ones Who Live, I'm able to get back into those, which is a lot of fun. I also will be doing a movie review this week, guys. I know some people have been asking, like, Dan, it's been like 2 weeks where the movie reviews. Don't worry, they're not gone. It's just, it's me. It's scheduling issues. It's really tough sometimes. But I will this week get back to it. We're reviewing the Batman this week. And then I'll put up the vote for the next one. So, again, I appreciate your patience. Again, sometimes it's just difficult because I do so many videos in 1 week that it's like, you know, I got to kind of pick and choose sometimes. But, again, very, very excited to review the Batman. That is a fantastic movie, and I've been talking about reviewing that for the last, like, 2 weeks now. So, this week you guys will finally get that in your subscription feed, and we'll be doing a vote for the next one as well, too. I also watched the movie with my buddies a few, I think it was about, like a week ago or so. It was VHS, it was called. Pretty creepy movie. I may do a review for that one as well too. It's it's pretty messed up. Any of y'all that have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely insane. But there you go. If you want a review for that this week, I guess maybe give the video a like, and you know, maybe if I get enough, maybe I'll cover VHS. You know, it's a pretty screwed up movie, but you know, we could go into that as well too if you guys want. Yeah. Anyway, so the big thing I wanted to discuss, and this is the last thing, because obviously we're gonna have the Q&As this week. We're gonna have the Ones Who Live stuff, the reviews and stuff like that. We're gonna have the Stranger Things update. We're gonna have stuff like that. But finally, we have World Gone Mad: The Prey, episode 2. So you can go ahead and check that out. Again, I've said this many times before, but I will reiterate. You don't have to watch the original World Gone Mad to understand The Prey. You don't have to watch it. You can watch it. I would appreciate it if you did, obviously. You know, I would always love to hear people's opinions on the main series. But if anybody's not sure about World Gone Mad and they kind of want to get an idea of what my writing style is like for my own Apocalypse series, this is definitely the way to go about it, right? But episode 2, or part 2, I should say, was, you know, one of those episodes that I was kind of curious about to see your guys' reaction. I was glad that you guys enjoyed the episode as much as you did. Again, these are little mini episodes. It's kind of like little appetizers before World Gone Mad Season 4 comes back, which obviously you guys know that's in the spring. But yeah, these are little appetizers. It's a mini-series that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and I'm glad that I'm finally able to do it. And obviously, if you've seen episode 2, you know a little bit more about Rob Johnson than you may have in the first episode. We've gotten a little bit further into his character. We also introduced a character named Jade in this episode, which, you know, I can't really say too much about her because you guys have kind of just been introduced to her. But I'll say that, you know, there are connections here, obviously, because she said, you know, I'm sorry, Dad, stuff like that, you know, and then you see Rob Johnson in the current timeline, and he says that he's looking for somebody, so maybe it is what it looks like, or maybe I'm throwing y'all off. You guys know, I mean, you never know what the deal is there, but there could be a connection there for sure. There definitely could be. And we also know now that Rob Johnson is not, you know, doing the skull collecting by choice. He's doing it because, you know, he is doing it because somebody he cares about very much will die if he doesn't do it. So there's an advantage over him. There's things being held up over his head, and obviously we're going to have to keep watching to find out. Again, this airs bi-weekly. You can watch the first 2 episodes now. They're very short. They're only like 5-some minutes long. And it's a webisode series, so it's not going to be long running. This is a short story. Again, I'm not going to say how many parts we have left. Basically, you know, you guys will just keep going. And eventually you'll reach an episode and it'll be like, oh, the end, you know? And that's the fun of this show, is that it's a journey. It's not, you know, I want people to take a ride with this. I don't want people to know how many parts there are. I don't want people to know, you know, how long it is. I want people to just get very invested into it, invested in the moment. And then when it ends, you're like, oh, crap, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of the goal with this one. But I will say this, I'm very excited to continue on. It sounds like you guys are very much enjoying it. I'm very excited to see what you guys think of, you know, part 3 and the further parts to go. There's one in particular coming up here very soon. I won't say which part yet, but there's one coming up really soon that I think people are going to kind of geek out on. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I think a lot of people are going to find it pretty interesting. So, yeah. But anyway, it's my own series. It's my own zombie apocalypse story. Again, you can watch World Gone Mad, my own apocalyptic story on the channel. There were 4 seasons in. You can get caught up now before season 4 continues. And this right here is a mini series that you do not need to watch the main series to watch, but it's there if you want to see it. You know what I mean? So it's one that you can watch on its own as its own story and enjoy it just about as much. It is really. But if you watch the main series, you'll definitely understand some of the little connections. There are little, you know, Easter eggs in there too, but it's not, you know, it's not like, oh, you have to watch the main series. Like, no, you don't have to. But anyway, there you go. So I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. Episode 3, again, in 2 weeks. They're bi-weekly, of course, just so that we can kind of spread it out a little bit. You know, of course, because also we got Ones Who Live airing, and I don't want to be airing anything too big during that time. So that's kind of another reason why I'm doing that. But anyway, thank you all for your support. Of course, looking forward to episode 4 of The Ones Who Live. Very excited to do the movie review this week and a whole bunch of other content you can expect coming up. We got 3 weeks of Ones Who Live, or I mean, borderline 2 more weeks of Ones Who Live now. So very excited. It's coming to a close, but I'm very, very excited to see how this whole thing wraps up. Very excited. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button to miss any of the videos of the Walking Dead universe. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of the Walking Dead franchise. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.